Audio Jungle.
Good morning and welcome to QTV News Platform. INEC raises alarm. Legal uncertainty could jeopardize 2027 elections. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has sounded a warning that delays in electoral reforms could undermine preparations for the 2027 general elections. Chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, made the appeal in Abuja on Thursday, October 2, 2025, during a meeting with the European Union Election Observation Follow-up Mission.
Following the 2023 general elections, international observers recommended key reforms to strengthen Nigeria's electoral process. While INEC has consistently worked to adopt and implement these recommendations, the Commission insists it cannot succeed without the National Assembly's timely action. Professor Yakubu stressed that the legal framework determines the outcome and preparations of elections, calling on lawmakers to act swiftly to provide the necessary laws that will guide election planning ahead of the 2027 elections. He assured the EU delegation of INEC's continuous partnership, noting that past recommendations had helped fine-tune Nigeria's elections. He also revealed that invitations would soon be extended to the EU, the Commonwealth, the African Union and ECOWAS to observe the 2027 polls.
As you are aware, election is a process governed by law. Many of your recommendations require the review of our electoral laws or the Constitution of Nigeria. For this reason, the Commission has interfaced with our National Assembly, including a retreat with the Joint Committee on Electoral Matters, the Senate and the House committees, way back in April in Lagos. On this note, I would like to appeal to the National Assembly for an expeditious consideration of the electoral reform proposal. An early passage of the law is critical to our planning for elections. Uncertainty over the legal framework for the election can unsettle the work of the Commission as election draws nearer. For instance, the Commission cannot conclude work on the regulations and guidelines for elections unless and until the law is passed. Similarly, we cannot proceed with a manual to govern the training of election duty officials unless there is clarity and certainty from the electoral legal framework. I'm confident that the National Assembly is working on that.
On his part, the head of the EU follow-up mission, Barry Andrews, stated that their visit aimed to encourage the full implementation of recommendations from the 2023 elections, as well as to monitor INEC's preparedness for the upcoming off-cycle governorship election. He emphasized the need to strengthen transparency and accountability in Nigeria's electoral process.
INEC has obviously carried out its own review of the 2023 elections, and we'll be looking forward to hearing what you have to report on the recommendations and the follow-up and implementation of those recommendations since 2023. There are specific areas that require legislative action that I've referred to in my opening comments. We'd be delighted as a team to hear from you about what progress has been made and what concerns you have about obstacles in the future, and particularly around constitutional change, which is obviously a little bit more difficult. There have been off-cycle governorship elections in the meantime since 2023, so we'd be keen to hear what changes were applied for those elections, and again, just to hear from you about what steps have been taken and can be taken to improve transparency around the publication of results.
As Nigeria counts down to 2027, the pressure is now on the National Assembly to deliver the legal backbone for credible, transparent and peaceful elections. Vincent Okushi, QTV News.
Audio Jungle.